Hey guys, what's up? It's Trent with the Bully Barn. All right, we're gonna do a recap. This week has been super busy, guys. We did 3 breedings with Twix, 2 in person, 1 we shipped out to New York, and the second one was a 2 times Grim female that was absolutely phenomenal. Super bully. We're super stoked to see the productions off that one. I appreciate it, Lee, for reaching out. Her numbers jumped up overnight, and it ended up being, I think, 11 o'clock at night. We finished up right around 11:15 or so it was super late. It was a little over an hour and 10 minutes away. So we got back home super late, but we made it happen. Third breeding we did was an in-person breeding with D'Angelo, a huge 92-pound Shamrock daughter, phenomenal female. I'm excited for that one too, guys. And we also got some pictures. The second breeding we did, we didn't get to get any pictures with Lee because it was super dark at night. He was at work, and his wife actually brought his female up because it was go time. We had to make things happen. But we did get some pictures with D'Angelo yesterday at the vet over in Coffeyville, Kansas. We'll be sure to post up a couple pictures of us. One of the pictures is pretty funny because I don't ever usually post Twix smiling, but we were all kind of all smiles yesterday. It was awesome. But it feels really good, guys. He's finally getting some recognition, getting used quite a bit, and it's just that time. I mean, he's 15 months old, 89 pounds. You know, we promote, we work hard, and that stuff pays off. But every time we see someone in person, I'll say one thing that really makes me feel really good. And I mean, I know how it goes. Pictures a lot of times don't do justice. Everybody that sees Twix in person, they always say like, God, he's huge. You know, he is a big pocket. And that's one thing D'Angelo said yesterday. He was like, man, I was scared at first. You know, I thought I was gonna, get a little pocket, because this female's a big 92-pound female. And when he saw Twix, he was blown away. And I love that. It makes me feel good. Everybody that sees him in person always says he's way bigger in person than he is in pictures. You know, everybody always compliments the body mass, just the body on him and the rear on him alone, and then just his beauty and his temperament. And that's one thing that I love. Like, Twix is just such an awesome, beautiful dog. When you break everything down on him, he's really well balanced, super bully, awesome rear, huge rib cage on him. And I mean, you got to admit the boy's, color also has a little bit to do with it. Just super pretty. Love the headpiece on him. He's got a lot of drive, but he's also super sweet. And every time somebody meets him, they absolutely love him. And it makes me feel good too, because obviously we promote hard, we work our butts off, and when people get to see him in person and they, recognize what he truly is, and they voice that to you, it makes you feel really good about what you've done and what you got going on, which we already know we have some good stuff going on, and we're stoked about everything, but it's nice. Things are starting to roll pretty good. Like I said, we have another in-person breeding tomorrow that we're going to go get done, and we're super excited about it, guys. So we'll move on from that. We're going to talk about one of the first breedings that we did with Twix. We got a pup back on. There was 5 females that I got to choose from. I chose, obviously, the first pick female on the co-own pup back to us. And I want to give a huge shout out to our YouTube fans that follow us, Nisha and Adam. Thank you guys for coming out and picking up that co-owned female. We're super stoked to collaborate with you guys in the future on her. This girl is stunning. We're going to post up a picture of her. You can see the structure on the girl, beautiful angles as far as the front end, the rear end, the back length. You can just tell everything flows well. She's very symmetrical, built very well. We're super stoked, but they came down from Oklahoma City and got to meet Twix in person. They said the same thing, like, gosh, pictures just don't do justice. And they got to pick up their girl. We'll also post a picture up of her and Twix, because they got to have a little playtime and stuff before we went and met with them and let them pick her up and meet Twix. So that was super cool. But on the co-owns, guys, I want to explain something real quick. So if you get a female co-own off of us, how it's going to work is the first litter, we're responsible for the stud if we decide to outsource and use a stud from somebody else's yard. If not, we're going to use one of our own studs. But we're responsible for the stud regardless. You guys will whelp the litter. We'll get the first pick overall back to us. We'll also help promote the rest of your puppies that you have to sell. And we do not expect anything in return as far as money. We don't want any money from, the pups that are sold. All we want is the first pick, guys. As far as a male goes, on a male co-own, we don't want to get half the stud fees that you get off the stud, nothing like that. We just want to be able to have access to that stud at any point in time for in-house breedings ourselves. And, that's as far as that goes. For all the people who are not interested in co-owns and you just want to buy something outright, we have tons of options. Any of the upcoming litters that we have coming up, we have options off those litters. Some of those litters are sold out. Majority, there's a couple picks that may be left. Just hit us up for info on that. We have Bellatrix and Bowser coming up, which is going to be a 2x Buckus breeding, and there's also 2x Samson in there. We'll post up that real quick so you guys can see. We've got Twix going to Ziggy. That's going to be phenomenal as well. We've also got Horos going to Pompey, and then we are in the process right now of incorporating and bringing in a really nice female from Spain and then 2 females from Ecuador. We're super stoked about that. We have not chose what stud we're going to take to those girls until we get them here and assess you know, what we have going on as far as like what dogs are going to complement them the best. And we may outsource on those. We may use our in-house studs on those females as well. But time will only tell. We'll be sure to post those up on another video. And I think that's going to be a wrap for this video on the recap for this week and then what we have going on in the future. I'm also going to do another Q&A video coming up pretty soon. I've had tons of questions in my comments and on my messenger on Facebook and Instagram. So hold on, guys. I'll be sure to answer some of those questions. As far as that goes, like I said, guys, it's a wrap for this video. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at bully.barn.b. Follow us on Facebook at Bully Barn. If you have any questions, feel free to call or text. My number is 405-568-6846. We're going to keep the ball rolling, guys. You guys have a good one.